That's why you like vampires in the Witch universe. Humans just can't become vampires and they're a different species. That's true, actually. That hadn't occurred to me. Not met many vampires in my journey in The Witcher yet. Rather awkward silence.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool.
Come on.
You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy.
I bet she does.
Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic.
I've always tried to avoid London.
The flu has decimated the
Full
East End
stop.
and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea.
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reid.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reid, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it. I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reid. Marvelous.
I've got a fan here.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
I can do the night shift.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reid, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes.
Oh, we had this all planned.
So, what do you say?
This feels a bit too convenient now.
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
I feel like I'm being manipulated here. Is this all just chance and good luck? I don't know. 2 blood cells met and fell in love, but alas, it was all in vain. We're going to have an emote that will fit that perfectly for jokes like that. Soon, TM. It's been ordered. Yeah, so...
Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Look at her
Yes,
apron.
well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy,
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reid here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes.
It looks like she's just been butchering patients.
Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted.
I certainly will.
Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
He's a little bit too keen and eager. He's too much of a fanboy, this guy. There's something not quite right here. Not quite right. Mission update. Analyze William Bishop's blood in the hospital. Okay, we need to go to the hospital then. Can I get past them too? District status healthy.
Come on, you bastard! You can do better than that!
Who have we heard now?
Nah, it's my
Two people having a fight? Oh, I can't turn my senses back on.
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the seeds of life. Drink at this river, dry it all.
The guy wants me to go and eat somebody? Has to give me a good poke.
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
I might.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
Hi,
You
Zarius.
think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Be more polite.
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. Me guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reid.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Do I eat him? Blood quality. The blood quality indicates how much XP you'll obtain from a particular citizen. The higher the blood quality, the more XP you'll get. To drink the blood of your prey, you first need to mesmerize them and lead them out of sight from others. Your mesmerize level must be equal or higher than the citizen's resistance. Press the left button to mesmerize Clay. I think I'm meant to mesmerize this guy. I think he's just like the appetizer the game's serving me.
Light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
Where do I go? Just the shadows. Over here. This embrace. Okay. Blood temptation. Press A to embrace Clay Cox. Or B to release him. So come on, guys. I need to know. Am I going to eat Cox in this game? Embracing Clay will provide a massive XP boost. But be aware that there will be consequences. Learning more about citizens and collecting their hints will increase the experience gained. What do I do? Hey, Hank. Yeah, new game. We're taking a very short break from The Witcher. I'll be back to it as soon as I finish this. This is Vampyr, which is, I guess it's like a vampire game. You play this character, John Reid, who wakes up, kind of comes back to life, having just been bitten and died, and doesn't know anything about it. Is now having to deal with being a vampire. The first thing, you just came back and the first thing I say was Clay Cox. Are you sure you won't get demonetized on YouTube for saying Cox like that? Oh, but I said it with an X. I said it with an X. It was clearly obvious. YouTube will demonetize me for anything anyway. I don't feel like eating him. Oh, press A to continue. Release.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
Well, if I'm going to take one, I'll take one that's worth taking. I think. I just wanted to see what it would do. Ah, he's led me to some loot. Look. Lakeland? Is that a Lakeland basket? Let's see. Let's go and buy some muffin tins or something. Anything in there? Okay, I think I need to be upstairs.
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
Well, let's see. And we're off. We've got the sprint on. Have I still got... No, I can't attack things here. Oh, nice music. Right, so let's get into hospital then and get sorted out. We'll go to... Oh, what's this? Distraction... Is this the buffet table? Glass vial. By these people, they would never know a thing. Let's just take a look at the rest of these tents before I go in there. No, nothing. Just seeing what I can get.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke
No, you
spirit.
changed your tune
I'll
quickly.
ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reid. Your office has been prepared.
Okay, I have a few questions. Mark, nice music, YouTube. It's free real estate. Oh, don't joke about that. I had so much trouble with that Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag playthrough. I had to go through deleting loads and loads of tracks that got claimed. It was a nightmare. A nightmare. What's a vampire's favourite cocktail? A Bloody Mary. That was actually a bit better.
I would like to ask a few questions first.
Who is Dr. Swansea? Let's get the information on this
What
guy.
kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
Oh, I don't like her tone.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
I think she is a candidate for a bite.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Okay. Fair enough.
And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
Let me know, folks, by the way, if I'm covering too much of the subtitles or anything, I can move the webcam.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
She's not exactly friendly, is she? Who have we got down here?
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reid has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett's, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
Oh, we can get some hints about this guy from somewhere.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
It's not exactly the best situation in London either. I can't have expected this hospital to be prepared for what was to come.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reid. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
It's grim times.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Positive characters?
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Oh, if she was a man. But of course she's a woman, so she can't be a damn fine practitioner. Not in this timeline.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
He used to work with a vampire. They're a real pain in the neck. Getting better. Slowly. Getting better. Okay, let's go back. Anything else? Your life in London. Oh. Hint, hint, hint. Okay, we're going to have to go and do some investigation
Goodbye,
here.
Dr. Tippett.
Let's just work our way around the list, I think. Nothing to pick up. Talk to Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
Right, here's my guess. Here's my guess for Dr. Swansea's story and that woman that was with him. I'm guessing that's his daughter. Or some close family member, maybe. And this blood transfusion thing is his way of trying to research a cure for vampirism because he wants to cure his daughter or save her. And maybe some of this was set up to get me involved, either as a subject for study, as an experiment, or bringing in my medical knowledge as help. I don't know. That's my guess at the story. I don't know where things are going. I've got to listen to the local ladies gossiping. Maybe I do. Tippett praises you.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
It's not quite what I think we meant, but... Your life in London?
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
It's hard. It's hard, it is.
An invisible enemy. Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Good night out, I thought she was going to say.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
Oh, I gave up too easily, I think. Where do vampires keep their money? In the blood bank. Definitely getting better, World of Cringe. Definitely getting better.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
So there is. Speak up.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
His best. She said his best in the text, in the subtitles. So it's a him, is it? Right.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippets. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Maybe he doesn't need rest. Ah. And I think we're done there.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Okay, I'm liking this so far. There's a definite air of investigation to this game. That was... Who's this fella?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reid. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reid. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
Yes.
No need to explain, Dr. Reid. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Oh, come on, game. Come on. If we want to buy a gun, we go to the black guy. Come on. Anyway, I was just thinking how Dr. Reid's voice recording in this is so silky smooth. It's really good voice over talent. It's really well recorded. Let's trade. Let's get a bit of information out of this guy first. Smuggling weapons?
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
Well, that's a good point. That is a good point. Why did the vampire break up with a boyfriend? Because he wasn't her type? As in blood type?
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I'll bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
We've got a quest, right? Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. New investigation.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
It sounds like it's really bad in this place. Like London, just generally. Actually, it's dangerous to enter some areas of London, even the locals attack you. Well, nothing's changed in 100 years then. In the Witcher universe, you could also ask why vampires would rather drink witch's blood. They're afraid of black blood. Ah. Black blood.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
Okay, this guy's definitely not too happy with the situation around here. I've done life in London, done that one. Personal questions, can't do those. Let's trade.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reid. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
I've got the gun dealer. This is what we want. Oh, what's he got there? Milton's shotgun. 296 damage. That's... Oh, hang on. How much cash have I got? 63. Okay. Sells ammunition, parts, and some trading stuff. Can I, like, trade stuff? I can't. Right trigger. Hang on. There's got to be an option to sell. Right. Let's go through this. Samples and ingredients. What's that one? The glass vials. I might need that. But I don't need that. Sell. And a watch. Oh, I get the cash instantly, right? Okay. Left trigger back. Oh, he's got them now. It cost me 63 to buy that watch back. He knows how to make some money, this dude. Okay, that was interesting. We've got a firearms dealer if I want to buy a shotgun. I probably won't. Don't like spending money in games. Hoard everything, because I'll probably need it at the end. You know me. You thinking of joining your local vampire club? Apparently they're always looking for new blood. Oh, well, good. I'll give that one a thumbs up. That was definitely an improvement. Is that a different nurse? Nope. She looks taller in there. Okay. So that's Tibbetts. Nothing much going on there.
It's safer here than anywhere else.
Let's get into
Dr.
this
Swansea
place.
is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
This is a tip.